Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang in California with Morsels of a Thought number 1891. I am here with a book by Cavin Balaster. He had a concussion like you would not believe. He was in a coma. He had a very low chance of recovery, and he recovered. And he came up with how to feed a brain nutrition for optimal brain function and repair. He's got forwards by people. He has 500 footnotes. Anyway, we were in chapter 6. We got to the part where we're reading about how not to drink. Yeah, right, not to drink fruit juices. And I'll start there, and then I'll read chapter 7. Okay, so right now we're in produce for a healthy brain. Don't drink squeezed juices. We want to consume whole fruits. Smoothies have whole fruit. Squeezed juices do not. When it comes to fruit, we want to try to eat these foods in their whole food form and avoid processed products made with them. Fruit snacks, even sugar-free or made from 100% juice, are not whole foods, and neither is squeezed juice. When a fruit is squeezed, the juice is collected, the pulp is thrown away, and the fruit is no longer whole. The pulp holds the fiber of the fruit, and without it, we are only getting the sweet liquid by itself. This can very easily spike our blood sugar, negatively impacting our brain. Fortunately, there are some excellent blenders on the market that make blended juices by vigorously blending produce in its whole food form with water until the produce has a juice-like consistency. These juices do not spike blood sugar like squeezed juice just because they contain all the pulp and fiber. Remember, fiber, fat, and protein slow the release of sugar into the blood, preventing blood sugar spikes that is included in squeezed juice. You do not need to eliminate squeezed juice from your diet completely, but it should be avoided. Also be aware that dried fruit like raisins may also spike blood sugar and should also be avoided. Lemon and lime juice is not a concern because lemons and limes are lower in sugar and are too sour to consume in large quantities. Keep switching it up. Can you believe our ancestors would have eaten 200 or more different varieties of plants each year? Today, even if we eat if we eat lots of even if we eat lots of fruits and vegetables, most of us have access to only a handful of different species. There are many different reasons why it is beneficial for us to eat a wide variety of plants. One of these reasons relates to our microbiome, or the beneficial bacteria in our digestive system. Bacteria are not the enemy of our health as they were once thought to be. In fact, in 2008, the United States National Institutes of Health launched a 5-year initiative with a $115 million budget to identify and to quantify the microbiome, or, quote, the ecological community of microorganisms that literally share our body space, end quote. This has a footnote too. This initiative sampled both healthy and diseased humans to understand better how this bacterial makeup can either help or harm us. In late 2013, National Public Radio made an educational and wonderfully understandable video about the microbiome, explaining why a favorable population of bacteria living within us promotes health, vitality, and immunity. An unfavorable population, however, may promote the development of disease, and what we eat directly affects this bacterial population. You can find a link to this video at feedabrain.com/microbiome. Our food is not just food for us. Fibrous plant matter, sugar, and other carbohydrates are also food for our microbiome. Some plants feed one kind of bacteria in our digestive tract, while other plants feed other bacterial populations. But if we eat the same thing every day, one group of bacteria overpowers the other, and our microbiome becomes unbalanced. This can be problematic because different types of bacteria are important for different aspects of our biochemistry. One kind of probiotic, for example, might play a role in blood sugar regulation, another in hunger and weight loss, or another in immunity. If we don't feed many different types of bacteria, certain aspects of our physiology may not function very well. Another reason why it is beneficial for us to switch up the fruits and vegetables we eat is because most plants have evolved to produce phytochemicals, which are like thorns on a rose bush, in the sense that they deter animals from eating them, but at a chemical level. At first, by exercising our immune system, these phytochemicals can actually stimulate our cells to function better. But when we eat the same foods every day, the same kinds of phytochemical compounds build up and begin to harm us. There's a simple solution to this there's a simple solution to this. Rotate your produce. Think of it like working out. In the same way that a balanced exercise regimen is much more effective in improving overall strength and performance, a variety of different foods is beneficial to our overall health. If we do only one kind of exercise, if we only do one kind of exercise, we only exercise one group of muscles, and we are prone to injury due to an imbalance of strength. This is like feeding only one group of bacteria that make up our microbiome, while other important bacteria are overrun. Additionally, the phytochemical buildup that occurs when we eat the same foods day after day can become harmful. This is analogous to how doing only one kind of exercise does not give our muscles a chance to recover, and rather than building muscle, we will actually start to harm ourselves. Let's rotate the produce we eat. For leafy greens, we can eat kale one week, chard the next, then spinach, then lettuce. For sulfur-rich vegetables, we could eat onions on Monday, broccoli on Wednesday, parsnips on Friday, and cauliflower on Sunday. By rotating the produce we eat, we switch up the compounds that stress us and we become stronger and healthier. For this reason, the recipe guidelines provided include several alternative ingredients that still supply the three categories of produce: leafy greens, sulfur, and colors. You can use these recipe guides to rotate the types of produce you consume. Okay, this was part of chapter 6. This is the end of chapter 6, and I'll continue in the next video. Okay, old Kinderhook.